ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीरामजयं शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। Namaskar and welcome back to Amarabharata YouTube channel, where we are studying the Deepakam CBSE Class 8 Samskrita textbook. Now we look at the Tritiyaha Pathaha, lesson number 3, which is Subhaashitarasam Peetva Jeevanam Saphalam Kuru. Means Jeevanam Saphalam Kuru means make your life fruitful. By doing what? Peetva, by drinking. What? Subhaashitarasam, the essence of Samskrita, Subhashitas. Not just drinking, consuming, but also absorbing, imbibing it in our daily life, means adopting it in our daily life, so that the essence of Subhashitas becomes part of my blood or my DNA itself, as they call. So Subhashitarasam Peetva Jeevanam Saphalam Kuru means make your life fruitful by drinking, absorbing, imbibing the essence of Samskrita Subhashitas. In this video, we look at the lesson along with an English explanation. As usual, this lesson begins with a conversation between a child and her grandmother. We look at this conversation first. Pitamahi ekam nutanam katham kathayatu. O grandmother, please narrate a new story. Now the grandmother replies, Vatse, O child, tvam pratidinam tu katham shrunoshi. Every day you listen to stories. Adya, today, niti shlokan shrunu. Listen to wise sayings, shlokas. Then child asks, Niti shlokaha, wise saying shlokas? Grandmother replies, yes, Niti shlokaha, wise sayings in the form of shlokas. Niti shlokaha nama subhashitani. Wise sayings are called as subhashitas. Then, kim nama subhashitani? What are subhashitas? Tushtu bhashitani iti subhashitani. Told very eloquently are subhashitas. Arthat, meaning shobhanani vachanani. Beautiful, wise, noble sayings. Tani sarvada jananam hitaya bhavanti. These are always for the benefit of people, all people, everyone in this world. Next, Subhashita Pathanena Kaha Labhaha. What is the benefit of learning Subhashitas? Grandmother replies, Subhashita Pathanena, by the study of Subhashitas, Adarsha Manava Jeevana Nirmanaya Prerana Prapyate. An inspiration, prerana means inspiration, for leading and building an ideal human life are obtained. Inspiration for leading and building ideal kind of human life are obtained by study of Subhashitas. Manava Jeevanasya Sukhaya Samriddhaye cha, for happiness and prosperity in human life. Subhashitanam Pathanasya Avashyakata asti. It is essential, it is necessary to learn Subhashitas. Yaha Subhashitani Patitva Karyakshetre Tasya Jnanasya Prayogam Karoti. One who learns Subhashitas and applies this knowledge in his or her workplace, Saha Bahun Labhan Prapnoti, will get immense benefit. Aho sundaram, ah, how beautiful. Yadi evam, if so, tarhi aham nunam subhashitani pathishyami. Then I'll certainly learn subhashitas, is what this girl says. Then grandmother says, replies, Subhashitani swa kartavyasya akartavyasya cha vishaye spashtataya margadarshanam kurvanti. Subhashitas give clear guidance or guidelines on one's duties and non-duties. What is the meaning of this? What should I do in life and what should I not do? What to do, what not to do. Margadarshanam means they give clear directions or guidelines. Spashtataya, clear guidelines. Ataha sarve avashyam subhashitani pathantu. Therefore, everyone should certainly study the subhashitas. Tani patitva, having studied them, sarve jivanasya rahasyam avagachantu. Everyone should understand the secrets or the mysteries of life, Jeevanam Sukhamayancha Kurvantu, and make their lives happy. Now, the word Subhashita is formed by a combination of two words, Su and Bhashita. The meaning of Su is beautiful, sweet, noble, good, and the meaning of Bhashita is words or sayings. This way, the meaning of the word Subhashita is beautiful sayings, good sayings, noble counsel, sweet sayings, words of wisdom, etc. The collection of Subhashitas in Samskrita Bhasha is so huge that no other language can match this collection both in quality and in quantity. If you start studying this collection of Sanskrit Subhashitas, it will take you several years of study. It is no exaggeration to state that there is no topic in our life which is not touched by one or the other Samskrita Subhashita. Sanskrit Subhashitas are what makes Sanskrit language so beautiful, so sweet. It is really a pleasure to study Sanskrit Subhashitas. The first one in your lesson. There are 8 Subhashitas in your lesson, in this particular lesson. Please study them one by one. Gayanti Deva Kila Geetakani Dhanyastute Bharata Bhumi Bhage Swargapavargaspada Marga Bhute Bhavanti Bhuyah Purusha Suratvat Gayanti Deva Kila Geetakani Dhanyastute Bharata Bhumi Bhage Swargapavargaspada Marga Bhute Bhavanti Bhuyah Purusha Suratvat. Now, as we have been telling, when given any shloka in Samskrita, we have to do first the Padacheda or the Padavibhaga, the split of words, which they have already done in your textbook, which I have shown you here. Gayanti Devaha Kila Geetakani Dhanyaha. Dhanyastu is there. Dhanyaha tu. The sandhi is split here. Te Bharata Bhumi Bhage Swargapavargaspada Marga Bhute Bhavanti Bhuyah Purushaha Suratvat. The next step is to do what is called as the Anvaya or the prose order, which they have also done here. You should note that this particular shloka is taken from Sri Vishnu Puranam, Amsha 2, chapter 3 and shloka number 24. The next step is what is called as Pratipadartha, knowing the word, meaning of the words of the individual words. Gayanti is sing, Devaha gods, Kila indeed with determination, Geetakani songs, Dhanyaha tu, they are indeed fortunate, Te Bharata Bhumi Bhage, who are in this Bharatavarsha. Swargapavargaspada Marga Bhute, who are on the path to Swarga and also to Moksha. Bhavanti, they become, Bhuyaha again, Purushaha people, Suratvat from divinity. What is the overall meaning of this whole thing? We'll see here. They have given in your textbook itself. Ye manavaha, those human beings. Asyam Bharata Bhumau Janma Prapnuvanti te, who have been born in the land of Bharata, which is India. Te Dhanyaha, are indeed fortunate. Iti Bharata Bhumehe Gunaganam Devaha Kurvanti. This is the praise which the gods themselves sing about the land of Bharata. As I told you, this is from the Vishnu Purana. Vishnu Purana is actually a conversation between sage Maitreya and sage Parashara. Parashara is the father of sage Vedavyasa, who is the author of Mahabharata. Maitreya asks questions and Parashara gives the answers. And this is one of the answers he gives. Gayanti Deva Kilagitakani. Those human beings who are born in the land of Bharata are indeed very fortunate. And gods themselves are telling like this, are singing like this, their praise. Ataha vayam sarve bharatiyaha bhagyashalinasma. Therefore, all of us Bharatiyas are indeed endowed with fortune, means we are indeed blessed people. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, Adi Praptaye, Margabhute, Asmin Bhukhande. In this land called Bharata, where the paths towards the four Purusharthas, Dharma, Artha, Kama and Moksha, Api Margabhute are clearly shown, Devaha Api Devatvam Vihaya. Even the gods themselves, having given up their godness, Manushya Rupena Janma Grahanartham Abhilashanti, would like to take birth in the form of human beings here. So in this land, all the four Purusharthas, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, the paths to all of these are very clearly shown and they are very clearly practiced day-to-day life. And that's what the gods want to emulate by descending here as human beings and getting born as human beings here, is what sage Parashara tells to sage Maitreya in the Vishnu Purana. Now the second one. Guni gunam vetti na vetti nirgunaha bali balam vetti na vetti nirbalaha piko vasantasya gunam navayasaha karicha simhasya balam namushakaha. Guni gunam vetti na vetti nirgunaha bali balam vetti na vetti nirbalaha piko vasantasya gunanna vayasaha karicha simhasya balanna mushakaha. Again, Padacheda and Anvaya are given in your textbook, which are shown here. We'll look at the Pratipadartha. Guni means one endowed with good qualities. Gunam Vetti understands virtues. Navetti does not understand. Nirgunaha, person with bad quality. Bali, a strong person. Balam Vetti understands. Navetti does not understand. Nirbalaha, a weak one. Pikaha, a cuckoo bird. Vasantasya Gunam, attributes of spring season, the good attributes of spring season. Navayasaha, not the crow. Karicha, and elephant. Simhasya Balam, strength of a lion. Namushakaha, not a mouse. What is the overall meaning? Bhavartha. Gunavan janaha anyesham sadgunan jnatum shaknoti. A person with good qualities is able to recognize or understand the good qualities in other people. Parantu gunaheenah janaha. However, one without good qualities, aparesham sadgunan avagantum samarthaha na bhavati, cannot understand the good qualities in other people. So it means if I have to recognize good qualities in other people, I should be a good person myself. Balavan janaha yatha anyesham balam jnatum shaknoti tatha balarahitah janaha anyesham balam jnatum na shaknoti. Just as a strong person is able to recognize or understand the strength in other people, a weak person is unable to understand the strength in other people. Vasanta kale agate, at the onset of spring season. Pikaha, vasantasya guna anurupam kuhutanam karoti. A cuckoo bird sings its song sweetly in consonance with the beauty of spring season. Parantu kakaha madhuram gatum na shaknoti. However, a crow is unable to sing sweetly. Gajaha Pashurajasimhasya balam janati. An elephant understands the strength of the king of the animals, which is the lion. Parantu kintu mushakaha asya balam jnatum na parayati. However, a mouse cannot understand the strength of the lion. अतः योग्यः एव महत्त्वं ज्ञातुं समर्थो भवति न अयोग्यः. Therefore, an eligible or a qualified person is alone able to recognize greatness, not an ineligible or an unqualified one. That's the meaning of this particular shloka, the bhavartha, summary or the meaning. Next one. Bhavanti namrastaravah phalodgamaiः navambubhirdura vilambino ghanaः anuddhata satpurusha samruddhibhiः स्वभाव एवैष परोपकारिणाम् भवन्ति नम्रास्तरवः फलोद्गमैर्नवाम्बुभिर्दूरविलम्बिनो घनाः अनुद्धता सत्पुरुषा समृद्धिभिः स्वभाव एवैष परोपकारिणाम्. The padacheda anvaya are given here as from your textbook. We look at the pratipadarthas. Bhavanti, become, namraha, bent, humble, taravaha, trees, phalodgamaihi, with the onset of fruits, nava ambubhihi, with fresh waters, dura vilambinaha, come down from above or far, ghanaha, or the clouds, anuddhataha, polite, without arrogance, satpurushaha, noble people, samruddhibihi, with abundance, svabhavaha eva, indeed the nature, eshaha, this, paropakarinam, of magnanimous people. The bhavartha. Samaya anusaram vriksheshu phalani jayante. Samaya anusaram vriksheshu phalani jayante. At the appropriate seasons, trees bear fruits. Phala bharena te vrikshaha namraha bhavanti. Because of the weight of the fruits, the tree branches bend down as though displaying humility. Tatha eva, tathaiva, navajalaihi paripurnaha meghaha. In the same way, clouds laden with fresh waters, avanataha bhavanti, descend down, bhumim prati ayanti, vrishtincha kurvanti, come towards the earth and shower rains. Asmin samsare, in this world, bahavaha paropakarinah janaha santi. There are many generous, magnanimous persons. Sva samruddhi kale te audhatyam na prakatayanti. In times of abundance, they do not display arrogance. Te sahridayaha vinamraha cha santaha sada eva paropakaraya yatnashilaha bhavanti. Rather, being noble-hearted as they are, filled with humility, they are always engaged in benevolent deeds. Paropakara yatnashilaha bhavanti, always engaged in benevolent deeds. Te paropakaram vrata rupena dharayanti. They perform benevolent deeds as though a custom, a sacred practice. Uktam cha Vyasa Maharshina. It is said by sage Vedavyasa, Paropakara punyaya papaya parapidanam. Benevolent deeds give rise to punya or accrual of virtue, and bad deeds towards others lead to papa. Bad deed done towards others, what they do? They lead to papa or accrual of sin. So therefore, always do benevolent deeds to others. Never do bad deeds to the other people is what is the meaning of this statement. If you do good deeds, you get punya or virtue. If you do bad deeds to other people, you get papa or sin. Next, yatha chaturbhik kanakam parikshate निघर्षणाच्छेदनतापताडनैः तथा चतुर्भिः पुरुषः परीक्ष्यते कुलेन शीलेन गुणेन कर्मणा यथा चतुर्भिः कनकं परीक्ष्यते निघर्षणच्छेदनतापताडनैः तथा चतुर्भिः पुरुषः परीक्ष्यते कुलेन शीलेन गुणेन कर्मणा. Padacheda, Padavibhaga is like this, Anvaya is like this, Pratipadarthas are like this. Yatha, just as Chaturbhi by 4, Kanakam, gold, Parikshate gets examined, Nigharshana, Chedana, Tapa, Tadanaihi by rubbing, cutting, heating, hitting. Nigharshana, Chedana, Tapa, Tadana. Tatha, similarly, Chaturbhihi by 4, a Purushaha, a person, Parikshate is examined, Kulena by clan or family, Shilena by character, Gunena by good qualities, Karmana by work done. Bhavartha, overall meaning is Swarnakaraha, Swarnasya Shuddhatam Akalaitum. In order to determine the purity of gold, Swarnakaraha, a goldsmith, what he does, Adau Nikasha Prastare Nigharshanam Karoti. First, what he does, a goldsmith rubs that gold on a rubbing stone. Nikarshana Prastare, rubbing stone, Nigharshanam, rubbing it. Nikasha Prastare. Next, Tadanantaram Tasya Swarnasya Kartanam Karoti. Then he cuts that particular gold. Tataha Agnina Dahayati. Then he heats it in fire. Ante Suvarna Khande Praharam Karoti. Then he, in the end, he hits or beats on the golden blocks. Suvarna Khande, on the golden ingots or blocks, he beats them. Ebhi Chaturbhi Prakaraihi. Parikshya, having examined by these 4 methods, Suvarnasya Purna Shuddhatam Nyatum Shaknoti. He can verify or know the full extent of purity of the gold. Tatha eva Purushaha api Chaturbhihi Upayaihi Parikshaniyaha. In a similar way, a person is also to be tested by 4 methods. Yatha, what are they? As Kasmin parivare ayam janaha janma alabhata. In which family this person has taken birth. Tasya swabhavaha kidrisha asti. What is his nature or character? Saha kidrishaihi gunaihi yuktaha asti. With which good qualities is he endowed? Punaha saha kena karmana sarvatra samadritaha bhavati. And by what work is he respected all around? Eshu nikasheshu parikshya eva tasya vyaktitvam jnatum shakyate. And only by examining these nikasheshu pariksha, examining this very closely, then what can be done? Can his personality be known or understood? Next one, the 5th one. Ashtau guna purusham deepayanti prajna cha kaulyam cha damashrutam cha parakramascha bahubhashita cha danam yatha shakti kritagnyata cha. Ashtau guna purusham deepayanti prajna cha kaulyam cha damashrutam cha parakramascha bahubhashita cha danam yatha shakti kritagnyata cha. The padacheda and pada anvaya are given here. Now we go to the pratipadartha. Ashtau gunaha, 8 qualities. Purusham, 8 good qualities, 8 noble qualities. Purusham, a person, deepayanti, make him glow, make him shine in society. Prajna, extraordinary intelligence. Kaulyam, birth in a good family. Damaha, control over sense organs. Shrutam, knowledge of scriptures. Parakramaha, valor or bravery. Abahubhashita means speaking less. but meaningfully. Speaking meaningful speech, but very little words, not like a blabber kind of thing, not like a simply chattering. No, nothing like that. Speaking less, but meaningfully. Dhanam yathashakti, charity according to ability. Kritagnyata, gratefulness, cha, and cha. There are so many places where cha is used here, and everywhere cha has the same meaning, which is and. Overall, bhavartha is ashtabhihi gunaihi yuktah manavaha. A person, manavaha, sarvada samaje sammanam prapnoti. A person always gets respect in society by being endowed with 8 good qualities. What are they? Vishesha jnanam means extraordinary intellect, or we can also call as knowledge, lot of knowledge. Kulinata, which is being born in a noble clan. Samyamaha, control over the sense organs. Vedadinam Shastranam Jnanam, knowledge of the Vedas and the Shastras. Parakramaha, valor or bravery. Alpa Bhashita, limited but meaningful kind of talk. Samarthya Anusaram, Dana Shilata, charity as per ability. Kritagnyata and gratefulness. Chaiti yete ashtau gunaha santi. These are the 8 qualities. Manavaha uttama gunan ashritya sammanitah bhavati. A person by acquiring good qualities gets respect. Ataha uktam, therefore it is said, gunavan pujyate naraha. A person with good qualities is adored. Next one. Nasa sabha yatra na santi vruddhaha vruddhanate yena vadanti dharmam dharmasano yatra na satyamasti satyam na tadyachhalam abhyupaiti. Nasa sabha yatra na santi vruddhaha vruddhanate yena vadanti dharmam dharmasano yatra na satyamasti satyanna tadyachhalam abhyupaiti. I want you to note down 2 things here. Satyamasti is given here. Satyam plus asti is satyamasti, and here this big word tadyachhalam abhyupaiti. Tadyachhalam abhyupaiti. This is the way this has to be split. And the padacheda, then you see the anvaya here. Now we go to the pratipadarthas. Nasa is not, sabha, gathering or assembly, yatra nasanti, where are not, vruddhaha, elderly, wise people, na te yena, are not those who, vadanti dharmam, tell dharma, dharma, na sa na u asti yatra na, is not that where there is no, satyam asti, there is truth, satyam, truth, na tat yat, is not that which, chalam abhyupaiti, instigates cheating. Maybe you are confused by those things. Let us see what the meanings are. Asmin samsare, in this world, vividhaha sabha bhavanti, there are many different types of gatherings of people, assemblies of people. Sabhasu jana samagamaha bhavati, in these gatherings many people assemble. Bahubhashanam prachalati, many speeches are told. Tena saphalyam na bhavati, by them fruitfulness may not be achieved. Vastutah sa eva sabha saphala bhavati yatra vayovruddhaha jnanavruddhaha cha jana bhaveyuhu. In reality, it is only that gathering of people which becomes fruitful when elderly and knowledgeable people are present. So, if you have a gathering of people, if there are some elderly and knowledgeable people in that gathering, then only that gathering becomes fruitful. Then what is the meaning of elderly and knowledgeable people? Let us see. Punarapitte jnanavruddhaha dharma vishaye vadeyuhu. Further, those are knowledgeable, wise ones who tell about dharma only. Elderly people tell about dharma. Then only is a really elderly person. Otherwise, he is only elderly in age. He should be knowledgeable and also having a lot of dharma, knowledge and follower of dharma. Dharma sambadhayam charchayam satyam eva vaktavyam. In a conversation which is dharmic, only truth is to be told. What is satyam? Yat satyam tathya-yuktam bhavet, na tu chalana-yuktam iti. Yat satyam tathya-yuktam bhavet, na tu chalana-yuktam iti. The truth which is telling about reality and not having any cheating. Chalana is cheating, tathya is reality. The truth should tell about reality and not about some falsity. It should not have any element of cheating in it. So these are the things which are told in this particular Subhashita. Now we come across the word called dharma here. What is the meaning of the word dharma? Dharma is a very, very vast word in our languages. In all the Indian languages, this word dharma exists, and it has no equivalent in the English language at all. There's a book called as Sanskrit Non-Translatables by Rajiv Malhotra, and there they talk about dharma also. My friend has given a 1-hour talk about dharma, and dharma is not a concept which can be understood very easily. It is roughly translates to what is called as righteousness. But here is a small shloka which tells about the 10 qualities of dharma. Dhritikshama damosteyam shauchamindriya nigraha dhirvidya satyamakrodho dashakam dharma lakshanam. What is the meaning of this dashakam dharma lakshanam? These are the 10 aspects of dharma. What are they? Dhriti is courage or fortitude. Kshama is forgiveness, forbearance. Dama is control of the mind. In the previous slide, we talked about control of the sense organs, but we can also take it as control of the mind, because mind is also one of the sense organs according to our Shastras. Asteyam is basically non-stealing. Shaucham is purity, means cleanliness in thought, word and deed. Indriya nigraha, control of the sense organs. Dhi means intellect, means viveka, the power to differentiate between right and wrong, duty and non-duty. Vidya is knowledge. Satyam is truth. Akrodha is non-anger. These 10 aspects, if we try to follow them every day in our life, then we are on the path to dharma. Of course, these are very difficult and it takes a lot of self-control to practice this, and dharma is quite a challenging thing to practice, and we should always endeavor to uphold dharma, to practice dharma every day, every hour, every minute of our life, every second of our life. We should practice dharma, and I have given you a small introduction to what dharma is. I suggest you talk to your teachers, elders at home to get a really good introduction to what dharma is. I have given you only a glimpse. Next one. Durjanena samam sakhyam pritin chapi nakarayet ushnodahati changara shita krishnayate karam. Durjanena samam sakhyam pritim chapi nakarayet ushnodahati changara shita krishnayate karam. Changaraha is cha plus angaraha, and here we have the anvaya here. Pratipadartha, durjanena samam, with a wicked person. Sakhyam, friendship. Pritim, affection, love. Cha api, and also. Na karayet, should not do. Ushnaha, when hot. Dahati cha, and burns. Angaraha, charcoal. Shitaha, when cold. Krishnayate, blackens. Karam. What is the overall meaning? Durjanena saha maitri na karaniya. Friendship is not to be done with a wicked person. Yatohi durjanaha vishwasayogyaha na bhavati. Because a wicked person is not worthy of being taken into confidence, is not trustworthy. Durjanena saha bandhuta pritihi na karaniya. Relationship and affection are not to be done with a wicked person. Yataha, because तस्य दुर्जनस्य मुखे माधुर्यं परं हृदये kapatata bhavati, because the face of such a wicked person may be showing sweetness or smiling face. However, in his heart he is crooked, kapata. He's a hypocrite. Angaraha ushna bhavati chet tapena karam jvalayati. If a charcoal is hot, then it burns the hand because of the heat. Punaha again, yadi saha angaraha shitalah asti tadapi hastam malinam karoti. Again, if the charcoal is cold, then also it makes the hand dirty, means it makes it black in color. Tathaiva durjanaha sarvada eva anishtam karoti karayati cha. In the same way, a wicked person always does either a bad deed or gets a bad deed done by somebody else. Ataha vidyaya alankritopi durjanaha parihartavyah. Therefore, even if endowed with a good education, a wicked person is to be shunned, avoided at all cost. Next one. यथा ह्येकेन चक्रेण नरथस्य गतिर्भवेत् एवं पुरुषकारेण विना दैवन्न सिद्ध्यति. यथा ह्येकेन चक्रेण नरथस्य गतिर्भवेत् एवं पुरुषकारेण विना दैवन्न सिद्ध्यति. The padacheda anvaya are given here. Hyekena is he plus ekena is hyekena. Gatirbhavet is gatihi plus bhavet. Pratipadartha is like this. Yatha hi, just as ekena chakrena, with one wheel, na, no or not, rathasya, of a chariot, gatihi, movement, bhavet, happens. Evam, similarly, purushakarena, human effort, by human effort, vina, without, daivam, divinity or destiny, na, no or not, siddhyati, begets success. Overall meaning is rathasya gatihi chakradvayena eva samyak bhavati. The movement of a chariot happens successfully only when there are two wheels. Ekena chakrena rathasya gamanam na sambhavit. It is not possible with only one wheel. The chariot cannot move with one wheel. Rathasya gati sthagita syat. If so, the chariot will stop. We cannot have a chariot going with only one wheel. If you try to go with one wheel, the chariot will stop. Sthagita. Purusharthena vina phalam na siddhyati. Without human effort, results cannot be obtained. Bhagye sthitepi udyogena eva phalam labhyate. Even if destiny favors one, it is only with effort that success comes. Atra anubhuyate yat prayatnaha bhagyancha manava rathasya dve chakre staha. Here we experience that effort, and you can bhagyam means luck, fate, destiny, God, we can tell like that also, are the two wheels of the human chariot. Uktamapi, it's also said that udyamena hi siddhyanti karyani na manorathi. Tasks get accomplished only through effort and not by mere wishing or desiring. We have to desire, we have to dream big, but we have also to put lot of effort for the dream to get rectified, for the dream to become successful, realized in life. Concrete realization in life, it takes lot of effort, not just dreaming, wishing. You have to do lot of effort to get the results. That's what this Subhashita is telling. Now some tough words. Vayam shabdarthan janimaha. Shrinkhalitam means discipline. Gayanti is sing. Kila is with determination. Dhanyaha praiseworthy. Apavargaha is liberation. Bhuyaha over and over again. Suratvat is from divinity. Veti knows. Nirgunaha without virtue. Bali is powerful person. Nirbalaha weak person. Pikaha cuckoo bird. Vayasaha is crow. Kari is elephant. Namraha bent. Taravaha is trees. And phalodgamihi with weight of fruits. Ambubhihi filled with water. Duravilambinaha is come down from above. Ghanaha is clouds. Anudhataha is polite. Satpurushaha, good people. Samriddhi, with abundance of wealth. Kanakam is gold. Parikshate is tested. Nigharshanam is rubbing. Chedanam is cutting. Tadanehi is by hitting. Kulena by family. Shilena by nature. Karmana by work. Deepayanti is illuminate. Prajna, extraordinary intelligence or knowledge. Kaulyam is birth in a good family. Damaha is control over sense organs. Shrutam is knowledge of scriptures. Parakramaha is bravery. Bahubhashita is speaking less but meaningfully. Chalam is cheating. Abhyupaiti is associates. Durjanena by wicked people. Samam is with. Sakhyam is friendship. Dahati is burns. Angara is charcoal. Krishnayate is blackens. Daivam is luck. Or you can also call it divinity, destiny, fate. Siddhyati is fructifies. Now, a little bit additional notes from this particular lesson, as given at the end of this same lesson. We should know Atra idam avadheyam. We should know this one. Samskrita shlokeshu pratipadyam pada chatushtayam asti. Each shloka is having 4 padas, 4 parts in each shloka. Chandobhadda Saswara Gana Shaili api asti. So there's something called chandas, which is called in English, it's called as prosody. And also we should be able to sing it in like a song, recite it as a song. That's what it's told. Similar to what I generally chant in the shlokas. Shlokeshu sandhi samasa yukta padani bhavanti. In a shloka, there are so many words which have sandhis in them, as shown here, and a lot of words have samasas also here. Namras taravaha is namraha plus taravaha. So the padacheda or the padavibhaga, actually we split all the sandhis, which I show in the lesson, in the video. Abhyupaiti, abhi plus upa plus iti. Anuddhataha, this is a samasa, naitat purusha samasa, na uddhataha. Yatha shakti is, shaktim anatikramya is avyayi bhava samasa. Shaktim anatikramya means not overcoming, not transgressing the capacity which one has. So that's what Yatha shakti means, according to one's ability, one's capability, one's strength. I'll show you the 4 parts of a shloka. So the first shloka which we saw, Gayanti Deva Kila Gitakani, is one part. Dhanyastute Bharata Bhumi Bhage is second part. Swarga Pavargaspada Marga Bhute is third part. Bhavanti Bhuyah Purusha Suratvat. So each of these is called as a pada, and there are 4 padas in every shloka. And now the different chandases differ, or the matras differ from vrittas, differ in the number of letters in each pada. If you count the number of letters in this pada, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And here also, in every one you have 11, 11. So you have 11 times 4 is 44 varnas in this particular shloka, and that is called as Trishtup Chandas. Now, you look at the last shloka in this lesson. Yatha hyekena chakrena narathasya gatir bhavet evam purushakarena vinadevam na siddhyati. Now, how many letters here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So each of them has 8. So it is 8 times 4, 32 varnas. This is called as Anushtup Chandas. If you chant Vishnu Sahasranama, in the Vishnu Sahasranama, in the Purva Pitika, in the beginning of the Vishnu Sahasranama, they tell about Anushtup Chandaha. And Vishnu Sahasranama is entirely in Anushtup Chandas only. And Ramayana is also in Anushtup Chandas only. Sage Valmiki has written Ramayana in Anushtup Chandas, whereas some of the shlokas in Ramayana are in different chandas like Trishtup and so on, but majorly in Anushtup Chandas only. Now, the process of creating or making these shlokas is called as versification. So if I want to write poetry in Sanskrit, Samskrita language, I should know what is called as versification, means creating shlokas like this. which have the chandas properly, and in each of these padas, the number of guru and laghu, the extended syllables and the short syllables, they should be a proper order, and that's what is versification is all about. And if you see Maharshi Valmiki, as I just told you, he has written 24,000 shlokas in the Ramayana. Rishi Vedavyasa, he has written the entire Mahabharata, which they say has 1 lakh shlokas, and some people say it has 1,25,000 shlokas. So composing each shloka is itself a kind of a mental exercise, because there is a certain amount kind of mathematics involved in creating the shloka, because the laghu guru order is a kind of a mathematical pattern, and the person should know that laghu guru order, and should also know the proper vocabulary, and should be able to express that vocabulary in the form of the shloka in the sentence, and rearrange the words to make it as a shloka. It's a very, very difficult kind of art. And you look at the modern people, these people, Maharshi Vedavyasa and Valmiki, were so many thousands of years ago, whereas Kalidasa and Bhartrihari were about 1500 years ago. And Kalidasa shlokas are so wonderful. Bhartrihari shlokas are superb. I mean, it's really pleasure. One beautiful to sit and study Bhartrihari shlokas, Kalidasa, Vedavyasa, Valmiki, so many. This is about Ramayana, Mahabharata, and so on. But you see Charaka, Shushruta, who have written about medical science, they have also written it in the form of shlokas, a lot of them. Chanakya Niti, a lot of it is in shlokas. And even Aryabhata's mathematics and Bhaskaracharya's mathematics are in the form of these shlokas. So we should know that Aryabhata and Bhaskaracharya not only knew mathematics, but also knew how to express these mathematics. They also knew versification, means how to express this entire mathematics in the form of a shloka. You should study some of these works later on in your life. And today, even in today's world, especially in the Bangalore, Mysore area, we have a great scholar by name Dr. H.P. Nagaraj Rao, who can just create poems like this, like Ashu Kavita. He can just write poems in like this, in which I have seen. And we also have Shatabdani, Dr. Ganesh here, and so many modern day poets are there who can create shlokas like this. So now a small challenge for you, and my wish also, in the next 5 years or 10 years, before you turn 30 years of age, you should get the capability to versify, which means to create your own poetry in Sanskrita Bhasha, Sanskrit language, and you should publish your own Sanskrit poems. This is my challenge to you, and also my wish that you do this before you turn 30 years of age. Now a small Yogyata Vistara part is there in this lesson. This lesson is taken from, the shlokas are taken from these 5 places: Vishnu Puranam, Mahabharatam, Bhartrihari, Shatakatrayam, Hitopadesha, and Chanakya Niti. Vishnu Puranam is one of the 18 Puranas written by Vedavyasa, and Vishnu and his avatars are described here. Bharatavarshasya Gaurava Vishaye Vishnu Puranam Ativa Pramanikam Tatyamasti. Vishnu Purana gives the real Bharatavarsha and all the names, everything about the geographical features of our country are mentioned in Vishnu Purana. Mahabharata is very famous. It's called as Panchama Veda, the 5th Veda. Asmin Granthe Lakshadika Shloka, more than 1 lakh of shlokas. Atah Shatasahasri Samhita iti. This Mahabharata is also called as Shatasahasri Samhita. Mahabharata Ashtadasha Parvani. There are 18 Parvas in this Mahabharata. And Bhartrihari, as I told you, Bhartrihari, Shatakatraya, Niti Shataka, Vairagya, Sringara Shataka, and Vairagya Shataka are wonderful works of poetry. I think anywhere in the world you will not find that kind of literature as what is told by Bhartrihari. You should sit and study Niti Shataka, Sringara Shataka, Vairagya Shataka sometime later on in your life. Hitopadesha, Pandita Narayana Sharma, Narayana Hitopadeshasya Grantakartaha. Grantesmin Vividha, many stories are given in the 4 parts: Mitralabha, Suhrad Bheda, Vigraha, and Sandhi. And Chanakya Niti, actually political science. If you want to really study as what was there in ancient India, Chanakya Niti is what you have to study. And also Mahabharata. Mahabharata has 2 parts where where there is something called Vidura Niti, and also in the Moksha Dharma, there is something called Bhishma, what he gives instructions to Dharmaraya. These are some places where lot of political science, political tactics, and all how the king has to rule over his people. That is what is mentioned here. Chanakyasya Niti Shlokaha Manikya Sudeshaha. They are actually like gems, is what it says. Bhalana Charitra Nirmanaya Adarsha Manav Jeevana Pratishthartham cha Acharyasya Chanakyasya Niti Upadeshaha Atyantam Upayoginaha. In order to build character among children like you, and also for you to later on lead ideal life in future in your life, you should study Chanakya Niti. So you should make it a point to study these works sometime later on in your life. Well, this brings me to the end of this lesson, part of this particular Tritiyaha Pataha. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, share. See you in the next video with the exercise part of the same lesson. YouTube Amarabharata, Shubham Bhuyat, Mangalamastu, Vande Mataram, Sarvam Shri, Krishnarpanamastu.